Hi everyone, I'm the Vice President of STEP at UMW. This is Zinger. He's my first PIP for CCI, and he is projected to turn in November, but COVID kind of messed with things, so I don't know how long I'll have him. But yeah, he's my first pup, and I think Gemma is next, right?
Hi guys, I'm Gemma. I'm the treasurer for CCI, or we're STEP now. I don't have a dog. I like being around them, and yeah.
Hi, my name is Paige. I am the communications chair for STEP at UMW, so that means that I do the Instagram and email, so all the fun communication stuff. And I do not have a puppy, but hopefully I'll get one in December. We'll see.
So that's our e-board. If our two other puppy raisers want to introduce themselves, you guys can.
I'll go. So my name's Rebecca, and the puppy in the camera by himself is Augie. I got him in quarantine, and he is pretty cool. So.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. Hi, I'm Danielle. This is like really awkward because I don't have like a computer. This is my phone, so it's gonna be super weird. This is LJ. I also got him in quarantine. He is just turned 4 months, so we're still working on settle, obviously. But yeah, Danielle and LJ. I guess if I didn't say the names, I don't remember.
Okay, perfect. So now you know everybody. I'm going to share my screen right now. I have a little PowerPoint to share with y'all. Here we go. So we did our introductions to the e-board. Next, where do we go on? Okay. So we are Canine Companions for Independence. It is a nonprofit organization that enhances the lives of people with disabilities by providing highly trained service dogs for people with disabilities. And the best part about that is that it's at no charge. So the person who receives these dogs after months and months of training, they do not have to pay for them. So that's one of the reasons why I knew I wanted to raise for CCI, because I knew that they didn't have to raise a bunch of money as you probably do with other organizations. I know it can get kind of pricey. CCI is nationwide, so their headquarters are in California, and then they have different subsections in each state. So our section is called NER, so we are in Long Island, New York. If you were to get a puppy, you would go to New York and you would pick up your puppy there. You get to see their facility and be able to tour it. There's different clubs on all different colleges you can think of. The one I can think of right now is Tulane University. They have a really big program. Also at UCF in Florida, they have a really big program. We're one of the smaller ones, but we still go strong. So what does STEP stand for? We recently changed our name from CCI at UMW to STEP at UMW. We felt this was a more educational way to go instead of that CCI. So STEP stands for Service Dog Training and Education Program. So we are a subset of CCI at a college campus, so at Mary Wash. Our goal as a club is to educate the campus about service dogs and how they enhance the lives of people with disabilities. So we love to educate. If you talk to any of our puppy raisers, board members, or past club members, we will educate you until your ears fall off. I think that's just the main way we can get to people, is telling them about service dogs, what they're about, what they can do, and the amazing abilities that they can bring to people with disabilities. Along comes with that, of course, is the laws that come with service dogs and stuff like that, which will be in a later meeting if anybody is interested. So our involvement on campus with UMW and CCI, we do a lot of tabling events on campus. Unfortunately, obviously this semester we're not going to be able to due to COVID. But on a regular semester, you would see us out there on campus with our dogs. We'd either be doing an education one where we have pamphlets out there. People would come up and talk to us about CCI as an organization, service dogs, or things like that. We also do a lot of fundraisers. In store this year, we want to do the Pure La Vida bracelets. We were thinking about selling as a fundraiser, doing UMW colors and CCI colors. We're still getting into that. We're also thinking about making stickers this semester, and of course t-shirts, which might not come this semester, and next semester probably, just because we have someone designing them for us and they're not quite ready yet. And then we did host a puppy class on campus. I think it was a semester or two ago, and we had people come out and see what a puppy class looks like. So we had a trainer come out from one of our regions. She was able to teach UMW students and puppy raisers about CCI and the commands that we use to teach these dogs. It was very fun. I'm hoping that we can do it maybe spring semester, so we can have people out there seeing what these dogs can do and get CCI out there. And then a big part of our program is being able to raise a dog through CCI. So that's called Puppies in Program. So that is a long, drawn-out process at the beginning, but if you do get approved for a dog, you're able to bring that dog on campus, in the dorm, in classes and stuff like that. They are approved in most buildings. Of course, there's labs and stuff that they're not allowed in, but they are allowed on campus. And you'll see all of our dogs on campus going by. That's mostly what I have. That's in a nutshell of what STEP at UMW is. I know everybody wants to know about puppy raising, and I promise I will go into an in-depth conversation about puppy raising probably next week or the week after. But does anybody have any general questions about STEP at UMW? Go ahead, you can unmute
What
yourself.
is the, like, what will be the major differences between like what STEP was last year versus this year regarding COVID?
So last year, the first part of this. Last year, we were able to do, like I said, a lot of tabling events on campus, which helped us raise awareness for service dogs and fundraise. And it brought awareness because we were able to bring the dogs on campus. You'll see them in class, in the dining rooms and stuff like that. As far as this year, we are planning on having like virtual events. Obviously, our meetings will be virtual. We'll have the dogs on here. We're thinking about doing like showing you guys commands with the dogs on Zoom. Anybody else want to speak on that exec board? No.
I mean, it's mostly just trying to figure out a way to keep everybody involved and doing all that while on Zoom. And obviously, such a big part of our club can be the attention that the puppies get. And that's not going to be quite the same this semester, because a lot of times in club meetings and stuff, we'll release the dogs for the last little bit and they get to play and people get to pet with them, but that's not an option this year. And so we're trying to get a lot of things online and figure out how we can still do things and keep people interested.
And we're hoping if freshmen are able to move and we do move on to campus later this month, maybe we'll have like a very small like puppy raiser interest meeting on Ball Circle, so you're able to see these dogs in real life. I promise they're real. They're fluffy as they can be. So that is also an option, but that's also depending on what's going to happen and the regulations that UMW is going to set out for us. Any other questions?
Can you be part of STEP but like not be raising a dog?
Yes. So we are big advocates for people who don't raise dogs but want to join our club. You guys can help us come up with fundraising ideas. You can be an advocate for CCI. You can help with the dogs. Say we're in class or whatever, like a meeting. Say we're in a STEP meeting and you want to help with the dog while the puppy raiser is in view. You can always do that. Unfortunately, this semester we are not doing puppy raising, puppy sitting, just because of COVID and all that kind of stuff. We haven't really done puppy sitting in the past, but that's something we're still trying to discuss with the ongoing pandemic. Any more questions about, it can be about puppy raising, it's okay. Yes?
Are the meetings at like a set time weekly, or does it change? Is there like a schedule?
Alex?
Yeah, so meetings are every Tuesday at 6, I believe we decided. So that starts next week, and if you sign up for our email list, you'll get a schedule of the first few meetings that we're planning on doing, and topics for those meetings, and we'll keep that every Tuesday. Quincy, to answer your question in the chat, so the puppy raiser application takes a while, and then once you're approved, you pick up a puppy after going to the NER regional headquarters in New York, and you'll have the puppy for about 18 months. So a lot of times college raisers only raise about one dog. Sometimes they can squeeze into, it just depends on timing, before they graduate. So it usually takes about 18 months before they turn back in. And let's see, what's the second part of that? Having other dogs at home isn't an issue. Most of us have pet dogs. I think we all do, those of us that are puppy raisers. It helps them with training in some ways. The only requirements is that, your dogs aren't like aggressive towards new dogs. You know how some dogs, they have their 1 or 2 pet dogs at home, and they just don't get along with other dogs. They have to be able to get along with other dogs. They have to pretty much just not have really bad habits that the PIP can pick up. And as long as it doesn't interfere with the PIP's training, you can have as many dogs at home as you want.
I think Rebecca can speak on this because she has pet dogs, if you want to say something about that.
I do remember because I just went through all of the applications, they do say that the max outside of your puppy in program is 3 other dogs. So that is something to take into consideration. And I know with they also have to be up to date on vaccines and everything like that. They can't be, running without any care of that kind of sort.
And I don't know if the majority of you are freshmen or if you're not freshmen, but usually we do recommend you wait until your sophomore year to get a dog, just so you get established in college and you're able to set a routine for yourself and you're not raising a child and then going to college at the same time.
And that being said, the application process does take a while. So if you're interested, go ahead and let us know, and we can start setting up interviews with you, because you interview with the e-board first before we approve you to actually apply with CCI. So I started that process my freshman year, and then got Zinger during the summer in between my freshman and sophomore year. And that's usually what we recommend, because it takes a few months to get them ready to be able to go to classes and live in a dorm, because they have to be potty trained by then to make sure that they're not destroying any school property, things like that. So we really try and make sure that you can get them during the summer.
Cole, for your question, with the application process, do you need to have specific qualifications or certifications? No, you do not. You could be just a regular person that's interested in giving back to the community and wanting to raise a service dog. I've had dogs all my life, so I had some type of knowledge about how to train dogs, but you do not need to know anything. They give you booklets, pamphlets, information. You have the biggest support system that you will ever think of. So you don't need any qualifications or certifications other than going through the interview process with the e-board at UMW, getting approved through CCI, of course, talking to your parents, because that's a huge one, and all that kind of stuff. But we will have.
We also attend bi-weekly, twice a month. We go to puppy classes down in Richmond when we are able to go in person. Right now they're all online, which is horrifying. But yeah, so they do spend a lot of time with us, making sure that we know what we're doing and we're able to train these pups to the best of their ability while we have them. It's not just like, oh, you sound like a good person, here's a puppy for 1.5 years and bring them back and hopefully they'll know what they're doing. They're not just handing it off to you and saying go. And we have a lot of, like someone said, the support system is huge. Right now, I think some of the puppy raisers are in group chats with people of 60, 70 other college raisers, or just other raisers around the country, no matter their age. And then we have Facebook groups. There's a huge support system to help you make sure that you are able to do the best you can with this class.
I promise, if you want to become a puppy raiser, we're not just going to throw you into the water and let you drown. I promise we'll be there with you every step of the way if you're thinking about doing it. We have past puppy raisers, future puppy raisers. We have people who have raised 32 dogs in our chapter, so you will be set. We will have another meeting. I think it's going to be either the 22nd or 29th is going to be ours. So you want to be a puppy raiser meeting, and I will go through the ins and outs and depths of puppy raising through that. But if you guys had any more questions, either for the puppy raisers or us.
There was another question for emails. I can answer that one.
Yes.
So there's two options. The first one is if you join our page on Presents, I will check that before I send out the weekly emails to see if anybody new has joined it, and I will add you to the list that way. I also, since we switched to MailChimp, you can like set up forms and stuff to subscribe to emails. So through our Instagram, in our bio is a link tree, and one of those links is subscribe to our emails. You can do it either way works, totally up to you.
Thank you, Paige. You're always good with the technology. Any more general questions about the club, how to be involved? I promise next week will be more kind of in depth. We just wanted to see who is interested, who we can get on the email list. If there was any burning questions you had for puppy raisers or our e-board. No, going once, going twice. No. Okay. Well, Paige will send out the link for the next meeting, which will be Tuesday, September 1st. Whoa, that's crazy. And it will be at 6 p.m. We'll be here on Zoom. All of us will be presenting, all the e-board will be presenting a PowerPoint about CCI a little bit more in depth, so you get more information on that. Of course, you'll see all the wonderful pups that we have, Zinger and Augie and LJ. They're all here. And then, yeah. So thank you for coming. I appreciate all of you for coming to our interest meeting. And I will see you guys next week.